This year's middle school transition program was very successful. The middle schoolers, alongside their ambassadors, took on a new approach as they focused in on developing time management, effective study habits, and intrapersonal skills. Through various group exercises, both the 7th graders and ambassadors were able to learn a lot about high school and even themselves, all while creating a unique bond between one another. Here are some of the 7th graders and their ambassadors reflecting on this year's program.
Go ahead.
It's been at some points hard, but I got used to the workload and then I'm just fine.
This year's student ambassadors, I think I really learned different ways to handle work, to do homework, and I think they really prepared us a lot better for midterms than we would have been if we didn't have them. I think they were a big help. I thank them very much. And I think the school year would be different if we didn't have a program like the student ambassador program.
My favorite activity was the certain scenarios we had to answer, and I learned that there's a lot more things that we have to confront to people and I guess talk about.
My time wisely when I get home to all my other activities I have, because I can find a way to do my homework at a time, a sport practice if I have so, and a time to fit everything in and make myself more organized.
Hi, I'm Kelsey.
Hi, I'm Gabby. And one thing that I learned this year from the Student Ambassador Program is how to work with kids, and I learned the perspectives of the incoming 7th graders.
Yeah, it's a good experience too. We really get to learn a lot about not just them, but ourselves too.
Do you think it was an overall good experience and they should carry out the Student Ambassador Program for
Oh, definitely. I'll
future years?
probably join again next year.
Yeah, me too. I think that it helps the 7th graders a lot, like adjust to the new high school environment.
I think one of the things that we've changed this year in the transition program that's made a big difference is that we have included 10th graders as ambassadors. And the thought process behind it was that we would like the leadership to go upwards. So for an example, if I have a 10th grader this year who's an ambassador, that person could also be an ambassador 2 more years, and then they could help train the next set of ambassadors with their leadership. We also thought that it's good for the 7th graders because their ambassador will be in the high school with them another 2 years. So it'll be another 2 years that they know a big kid in school. And I think that that's made a really positive impact. Also just the fact that 10th graders are a little bit closer to 7th graders in age, and they can still remember maybe being uncomfortable in our school or being new at that situation. Another thing that was really cool this year with the transition project is the final bagel breakfast before our last outreach. The ambassadors were presented with personalized cards that the 7th graders had made for them. And I think that in both cases they realized that this relationship that they've built this year is so symbiotic. The 7th graders have really profited from the relationship with the ambassadors, but I think the ambassadors realized the value of their leadership via these cards, and probably beforehand, but I think the cards were a real testament to that fact.